Alright, yes guys, welcome back. How's everyone doing? Today's bias, to me, right, again, we're trading at all-time highs again, so it's not ideal, but the 1 hour chart definitely looks bullish as long as this doesn't obviously get inverted. If this gets inverted, then I will definitely no longer be looking for longs. But as of the moment, the 15 minute looks very, very clean. We have a bearish unicorn going on. So you can see here, we have a clear breaker block paired with a fair value gap, which is now playing out. I don't take entries off the 15 minute though. And obviously it's out of the macro, so no opportunity as of the moment. However, we have came up, we have swept previous daily high, we have also swept London highs and Asia highs, and we've now displaced lower. So I do want to see shorts, right? But if we look at ES here, we've actually already taken London, so we've already taken London lows and Asia lows. So the objective on ES has already been met. Therefore, I will no longer be looking for shorts, okay? So we'll see what we get going into the first AM macro, but I am going to be looking for longs, and I'm going to be trading with obviously the higher time frame bias. We're trading at all-time highs. You're going to be taking longs with bullish order flow. All right. So as of the moment, we have very strong SMT as well in the 15 minute. So I want to see a displacement higher, and we can take some longs. All right, cool.
Order filled.
I'm long off that, guys. What a sniper entry. TP1 is going to be resting at that internal buy side there. So you should be closing 80% of your position off once we get that level. And then final objective will obviously be that external buy side all the way at all-time highs, okay? So let's see what we get. I'll be very surprised if this gets stopped out, guys. This is literally a textbook A+ setup, right? A+ unicorn model. We have a 15-minute bullish SMT. We have a clear displacement. We've swept London lows, and we've also swept Asia lows. So very significant levels that we've swept. Valid stop loss, amazing entry, clear liquidity levels resting above. So if this trade gets stopped out, I'll probably just call it a day here, okay? Because if an A+ setup fails, you're not really in tune with the market. You shouldn't really be putting more risk on the table, okay? So let's see how this plays out. We've accepted the risk here. Let the trade play out, right? Don't be panicking, stressing. Just let the trade do its thing and accept the risk that you've put on the table, okay? So this is a super clean trade, super clean. Someone said the only thing against is the NQ 15 minute and the 5 minute bearish uni. I wouldn't be paying too much attention to that, right? Simply because the higher time frame is bullish, right? And we're trading at all-time highs. So whenever we're trading at all-time highs, what price usually tends to do is it carries on going high. Okay, it trends higher, the order flow is bullish. And if we've already swept London and Asia, okay, and we have a 15-minute bullish SMT, I would not be worrying about a 15-minute bearish or 5-minute bearish gap, okay? That simply does not matter if the objectives have already been taken. Jesus Christ, look at that. Holy shit. I don't know what the hell happened there. There's no news, but price just displaced like crazy, okay? This is amazing, guys. All right. I'm going to see that high get taken. Watching ES as well. Whichever first asset takes that high, I'll be closing out 80% of my position. And guys, I'll be honest, the past 2 weeks, okay, have been red negative weeks. We're down only 42 handles though in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so this one trade alone, right, can bring us back and bring us back into the green, into the positive from one trade alone, right? And that can cover 2 weeks of being in the red. Do you know how insane that is? I actually deep that, right? We're down 42 handles in the space of 2 weeks. This one single trade, if this hits TP, we've just covered all of those losses in one trade. That's how trading works, guys. Okay, that's why I always tell you lot, don't get frustrated, don't get worried if we take a loss, right? Because one trade can recover it all plus profit. Okay, so this looks amazing. I'm gonna move my stops to the swing low now, reduce some risk. 641.50. Move your stops there, guys. This is looking lovely. Absolutely lovely. Get ready, boys. If you're trading one account, only a few accounts, I'll be closing out majority of your position here. Okay, or even full position. Me personally, I'm trading multiple accounts, so I'm going to leave a few runners to that external level. Watching ES as well. As soon as ES takes that, I will be closing out.
Order filled.
Okay, boom. TP1 smash, boys. Close 80% there. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Holy shit. We are back, boys. We are back. 57.5 handles secured. The past 2 weeks have been in a red. We've just recovered all of that plus profit. Okay. Just like that, we are back. I know some people in the chat were doubting me. I guess they're not doubting me any longer. My birthday, bro. Let's go, bro. Happy birthday to Carl Trades in the fucking chat. TP smashed. Let's go, boys. That is an A+ trade right there. That is literally a textbook A+ trade right there. Okay, we'll break that down in just 1 second once the trade is finished. Yeah, that's the new bike paid for, guys. We bought a bike earlier this week. Well, not this week, last week. And that trade itself paid for it. That trade itself paid for a few bikes. Once again, funded in a single trade. Let's go, bro. Amazing. Amazing. But yeah, we're going to let this ride towards external buy side. See if it hits. If it doesn't, I couldn't care less, guys. Okay? You should be out 80 to 90% of your position at this level. So if you only have one account or two accounts, I would be closing fully. Okay? I'm literally just playing around with the last two contracts. It doesn't mean shit to me. If this comes back and stops me out, I don't care. If it's TP, I don't care. I've made the majority of my money already at this level. So if you guys are still holding and you're, you know, you might be feeling a little bit emotional, a bit panicky, and you're kind of stressed, just close out fully. Okay? If you're literally riding, if you're with one account, I'd be fully out at this level here. Okay? Close 6 out of 8 micros. Yeah, exactly. So he's out around, yeah, 80% of your position. Okay, I'm gonna start trailing my stops to this down close candle here, 694. So into a profit now. Trail stops, guys, at 24,694. So if we get stopped out now, we're securing a profit either way on the runners. Closed all 10 micros, $1,000 day, man. Feels unreal, to be honest, as a new trader. Thanks, man. No worries, bro. I understand the feeling. It feels fucking great to make $1,000. If you've never made that much money in a single trade, trust me, $1,000 feels, your first $1,000 feels way better than like a 20k, 100k trade. That first trade where you actually, you finally make some money, best feeling ever. So yeah, bro, congrats. All because of a click of a button. That's trading. That is literally trading, right? You click buttons and boom, you make money. But then again, it's calculated decisions. So you're just dealing with the mental side of things. But yeah, end of the day, it's literally just clicking a button, really. Some guy has made 6 racks. Amazing. Yeah, a 6 loss streak, all gone in one trade. So that's literally the power of risk to reward, guys, right? We had a little losing streak. Okay, we're trading at all-time highs. So the trades wasn't the best. That's also why I've not really been posting much. And I am fully transparent as well. So I don't post the losses that often. However, I do share all of the updates on Instagram, all of the updates on YouTube. I share all of that. So if I'm down for the past 2 weeks, I'm sharing that with you lot. Okay, I'm not hiding it. I'm just simply not wanting to edit the video, for example, and post it after I've taken a loss. Because when I've taken 2 losses, right, I'm not in the mood to do that. And the last thing I want to do is be sat on the computer. I simply, if I take a loss, guys, I walk off, I get off the chart, I get off the computer, I'm not doing anything. And I go do something else. I go for a ride, for example, right? I'm not going to be sitting here editing a video and posting it. So don't think if I don't post a loss, I'm trying to, you know, hide things. No, I'm fully transparent. I post all my losses, I post all my wins. And I'm happy to say that, yeah, the past 2 weeks have been in the red, has been negative, right? But the last 2 weeks, we're only down minus 10 handles for last week and minus 32 handles for the previous week. So that's 42 handles in the space of 2 weeks. The risk is managed very well. And we've just cleared all of those losses in one singular trade. Crazy, okay? But yeah, boys. Money management is gold. Thank you, bro. I recovered all my losses. Amazing. 1.7k on my personal W, bro. Closed out fully. That's honestly amazing to hear. Amazing to hear. Let's see. Close the trade fully here. 2 times 1k for the day. Good stuff, bro. If you want to close out, completely fine. Okay, you guys manage your risk and your accounts how you want to manage your accounts. Okay, don't just copy me. If you want to close out now, close out now. Okay, you have to manage your accounts yourself. Don't rely on someone else. Okay, it's your account. Glad I found Ben. What a resource of knowledge. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the comments. Brothers completely changed my mental and process. Some guy made a rack. People started hating on you. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, people started hating in the chat. We started getting some toxic people. I had to, you know, sort them out. But no one's chatting now. No one is chatting now. And that's, you always get that. With this kind of group, you always get that. And the people who get frustrated when you take a loss and they start calling you a scam, etc., they're nowhere to be seen, they're nowhere to be heard once you take a win. It's funny. He was calling his group a scam yesterday. Yeah, some guy in the chat the other day was like, oh, I think this group's a scam. He was saying that the other day. I mean, I've not heard from him ever since. I don't know where he's gone. You know? But yeah. Let's see if we can hit this final TP. We have just taken out some equal highs here on the 1 minute. So, if you want, you could theoretically... I can't speak. I can't even say that word. Theoretically. Fuck me. You could close out if you want here at these equal highs. It's not a bad spot to close out. But I'm gonna hold this towards external. I'm gonna try my stops, guys. 733.75. ES just took the high of that candle there, so being very aggressive with my trailing here because we are up a decent amount. So trail stops there, boys. We're next to those equal highs as well, so I don't want to risk it. And yeah, we're just putting our stops below that down close candle. Shouldn't really be retracing to that low there. Let's see. Yeah, someone just screenshotted that. Let me see if I can put that up. I can't do it, but pretty much just a screenshot of some guy saying Discord's a scam. I feel like, yeah, it's just feelings. Some retard who he feels like the Discord's a scam. Alright. Nice one. Is this a scam, guys? Would you call this a scam? 107 handles is about to get absolutely destroyed. Right, is that a scam? If that's a scam, then I mean, oh, I don't know.
Order filled.
Oh. TP smash, boys. What a amazing trade. Textbook A+ unicorn model. 107 handles secured. Woo! Let's fucking go. Alright, let's break this trade down and explain every single thing. Give you a lot of the reasoning behind the trade. Why did I take this? Etc, etc. Okay, so jumping into the morning, if we start on the daily time frame, I always like to start on the daily. Right, it didn't look that clear because we're at all-time highs. Whenever we're at all-time highs, okay, you always want to be bullish bias until you're not. Okay, now trading a reversal, like going short, for example, yes, it can play out, but it can also be very risky, and most of the time, like 8-9 times out of 10, it's not going to play out. It's simply not going to play out when you're trading all-time highs. So you want to be taking longs with the higher time frame. So if we jump into the 4-hour chart, right, again, doesn't look too clear to me. So the daily doesn't look clear. The 4-hour doesn't look clear. I then jump into the 1-hour time frame. Now the 1-hour time frame looked very, very clear. Okay, so we had two bullish fair value gaps here that we're both getting respected. Okay, a 1-hour order block here as well. And you can see this candle here closed very bullish, very strong. It wicked all the way down and it respected those gaps, meaning we did not close below, we did not inverse that, we actually respected it. So as soon as I seen that, right, we jumped into the 15-minute time frame. Now the 15-minute time frame, we actually had a bearish unicorn model going on. Okay, now this trade, shorts, right, bearish unicorn, it has already played out because it came down, it had already taken London lows, it had already taken Asia lows. So if you were going to go short off this, right, which is outside the macro anyways, something that we would never do, okay, let's say you did take a short here, you would be targeting London and Asia. Now, if we look at the correlating asset, which is Asia, which is ES, okay, S&P 500, you can see that we've already taken London and Asia. Okay, so the objectives have already been met, which disqualifies this trade. So you should no longer be looking at this as a potential short setup because we've already met all of the objectives on the correlating asset. Okay, so as soon as I see that, I'm looking for longs. Now, to Add to the trade, right, an extra confluence, we have a 15-minute bullish SMT. NQ did not sweep London, did not sweep Asia, which is actually in our favor because we're trading NQ. It's the stronger asset. It's got the bullish SMT. We're looking for a displacement higher. And what does price do next? Boom, it displaces higher. Okay, we get a break block that is paired with the fair value gap. Okay, all a break block is, right, is a swing low, swing high, followed by a lower low, followed by a higher high. Okay, and these two consecutive up close candles here, that's going to be your breaker block. Okay, you pair that with the fair value gap, that's the unicorn model. Okay, now why did we not enter on this fair value gap here? Now there's 3 fair value gaps here. Okay, there's 1, 2, and 3. Which one do you choose? Okay, because a lot of people, they were asking me, you know, we should be entering here. Now, the risk of entering here is, first of all, your stop is just way too big. You're risking like 50 handles. Doesn't make any sense. And you're most likely going to get stopped out. Let's say you're risking 30. We usually risk 30. We would have been stopped out. Price that came down to our original entry and then pushed towards TP. So I said, no, I'm waiting for my original entry, which is obviously this fair value gap here that's overlapping with the break blocks. This is the unicorn zone. We're going to be entering at this area or zone, whatever you want to call it, okay? We want to enter at this area. If we don't get an entry at this area, we're simply not entering that trade. That's it. And if price decides to go without us, so be it, okay? We need patience, we need discipline. That's it. So I wait for my entry there. Stop goes below this fair value gap here, second one. Price comes down, it respects it. Once we take that swing high, I reduce my risk, move the stops to the swing low. TP1 at internal buy side for around 57.5 handles. And then final TP is at external buy side for 107 handles. Right, absolute beauty of a trade. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Okay, I don't really know what else to say. Yeah, textbook A+ unicorn trade. It does not get better than that. It does not get better than that. Okay, so yeah, boys, other than that, I hope you lot enjoyed the live stream. I hope you lot made some money. Okay, I'm pretty sure all of you made money today. I am calling it there. Hope you lot have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you lot in tomorrow's live stream session. We'll be taking it easy tomorrow. We'll see what we get. We're up on the week. There's no need to rush it and give our profits back. So we'll see what tomorrow has in store for us. And yeah, other than that, boys, I'll see you lot on the next one. Take it easy.